When you manage procurement for multiple facilities, every order matters. But when it's for a hospital system, they matter even more. Grainger gets it and knows there's no time for managing multiple suppliers and no room for shipping delays. That's why Grainger offers millions of products in fast, dependable delivery, so you can keep your facility stocked, safe, and running smoothly. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done. When you manage procurement for multiple facilities, every order matters. But when it's for a hospital system, they matter even more. Grainger gets it and knows there's no time for managing multiple suppliers and no room for shipping delays. That's why Grainger offers millions of products in fast, dependable delivery, so you can keep your facility stocked, safe, and running smoothly. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Welcome back. Thank you for checking out this edition of the 12 Kyle podcast. I'm your boy 12 Kyle. And on this episode, we are going back. How far back, you ask? We're taking it back 30 years. On September 22nd, 1992, Redman dropped his debut album. And it was called Whut Thee Album. And we're going to talk about it. We're going to break the songs down. We're going to talk about the production, everything, our thoughts on the album, maybe if our thoughts have changed. And you see who's here. He's back in the building. My man Eclectik is in the house. E, what up, baby?
What's up, everybody? It's Eclectik, aka Eclectik Gadget, aka Super Click Lover, aka How to Roll a Click.
How to roll a click.
Click
good, man.
Listen, I'm doing great. I'm happy to be on the podcast. Anytime I'm on the podcast is a good time. People get to hear good hip hop content or whatever we're talking about. And as a wise man once said, the ladies love me, the girls adore me. I mean, even the ones that's never saw me.
Yeah, because none of them have seen you. That's for sure. Yeah, man, we're taking it back. Redman's debut album. Again, the album dropped September 22nd, 1992. Damn, E, man, it doesn't feel like it's been 30 years since this album came out. But I know I have my memories, and we'll jump into that in just a second, man. But as we get started, man, I just wanted to know, like, where were you when this album came out, and what were your first?
Born, man. What are you talking about?
We know better.
Jesus, I might have been a 6-pack when this came out. I don't even know.
So, where were you?
I was Blockbuster and Chill when this came.
Pretty much, yeah.
I think this is definitely high school.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is definitely high school. Listen, this is the time where hip hop was in its little crazy transition where everybody was getting something off, because you had this album that came out. You also had the Chronic that came out the same year, and then you had like UGK's Hard to Swallow came out the same year. So some of everything was coming out, and and shouts to the fabulous Chia Lee came out too.
Shout out to Chia Lee.
Man, Cooley Coyote. So it's so yeah, I was chilling. I still had my backpack on. I still had on my fake Tommy Hill skirt, the duck head joints. I had the duck head, the fake.
Shout out to the duck head.
And so it was this was a interesting time in hip hop. You had the You know what this time in hip hop was? This is when a lot of people, unfortunately, but I don't know if you're gonna agree with me, but this year, unfortunately, is when a lot of people that liked rap music chose a side. This is when they decided, you know what, I'm gonna go. Let's see, Redman came out, EPMD Business Never Personal came out, Real to Real came out. I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
go this way and listen to them. Or Chronic came out. DJ Quick's Way Too Funky came out, and Predator came out. I'm gonna go this way. And a lot of times after this year, a lot of people never went back. So
That's a good point, man. And you actually going where I was going with my next question. It definitely changed things. You mentioned the Chronic. The Chronic came out in December of 1992, and that was a seminal moment for hip hop at the time. And we talked on your podcast, actually quite a few podcasts on your podcast, where we talked about some of the shifts that happened in hip hop. And 1992 was definitely a year of a shift, or we were moving into a shift, if you will, into the end of 92. Because like I said, Chronic came out December 92, and then you go into 93 and the albums that come out. But this album right here, I think, and what you guys listening, you'll realize, like, this album in 1992 stood out. Like, there's no doubt about it. And I don't even know E's opinion on it, but we're going to get to his opinion in just a second. But yeah, this you're right. In some ways, a certain line in the sand was drawn. Hip hop was becoming bigger. It was going from being rap to hip hop. And, it wasn't as commercial at the time, but we saw a shift as far as what, cats were rapping about. So
I'd argue it went from hip hop to rap.
Okay. Well, you know what? You could make a case for that, really, because we were getting rid of the medallions and the Afrocentric ideas or ideology sometimes in hip hop, and cats just started rapping, and then the lyricism. You can make a case that some of the lyricism kind of waned a little bit in certain pockets of hip hop. So no, I agree with you on that point. What if you can remember? Okay, so you said you were in high school. This album,
I think I was wrapping it up.
Yeah, this album for me, I was
You were a junior. You were a senior in college, and it was your 7th year.
Sir, this was my redshirt freshman year at South Carolina State University, and so it came out second. Well, no, I take that back. No, it was my sophomore year. You're right. It's my redshirt. Well,
you are very old.
Redshirt freshman, sophomore year, whatever you want to call it. I always use football terms. But yeah, man, I remember when this album came out. The first thing that I think of is the dorm, because all my boys had this album, and it got a lot of airplay. And and then you would have, how it is on college, especially black college campus. You'd be walking to class and you hear it bumping. And I think because of the production, which we'll get into a little later, the production really made it, cats who had nice systems in their cars, they would bump it, loudly on campus. But yeah, that's my first memory of this album. It always takes me back to the dorm life at South Carolina State University. So do you remember, like, when you got the album, what your first thoughts were? If you can think back that far to, like, how it kind of like impacted you, if you will, when you heard it for the first couple of times.
Impacted me. Barbara Walters.
How did you feel?
Yeah, Jesus. I was looking forward to the album because, as anyone who's listened to me on this show or my show knows, that I'm a huge EPMD fan.
Mm-hmm.
And so anybody that's down with EPMD, I like.
Thanks.
So my introduction was obviously a couple of verses on EPMD's joint.
Mm-hmm.
And then the videos. So you saw the videos for Redman before the album dropped. And it's just, the album itself was almost like if I had an EPMD solo album,
mm-hmm.
plus some young, hungry dude that's just rapping about whatever he wants to.
Thanks.
Like, and I'm assuming we're going to get into it when we break down the songs, but it was just when Redman came out, there was nothing like Redman.
Mm-mm.
And I think then, and maybe a couple of years after that, Redman was truly an underrated MC. I don't know if I can call him underrated now, but the things that he was doing and the things that he's done in hip hop, a lot of people haven't done.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it goes overlooked. But this album itself was crazy. It was different. It was, he had various, the thing about this album was he talked about a lot of different things, but it was still cohesive and it still followed the same theme. It was all funk.
Yes.
And he said funk at least 7,000 times.
Easily. Yeah, man. I agree with you. My first memories of I actually do remember going to purchase the album. Got out of practice at football practice and went up, got in my car with my boy. We went up to the Prince of Orange Mall and I bought the album. I bought the CD, I should say. And yeah, man, this was one that, I can't even really say it was highly anticipated, but, to your point, Redman was somebody who was down with EPMD. And, you and I both come from an era, like if somebody was down with somebody, then that was the automatic cosign. So like if somebody in their crew dropped the album, you was going to cop it because if nothing else, you knew that they were going to be on the album. I don't think I knew going into purchasing the album that Eric Sermon would produce, the album. I don't think I knew that going into it.
Well, you also around this time wouldn't have cared.
No, hell no. No, the little known fact, folks, back then, it didn't matter who produced it. It could have been Jesus on the drums. We wouldn't have cared. Like, all you wanted to do was hear whoever you bought. You wanted to hear him get busy. And I figured that, since he was down with EPMD was going to appear on a song or two, but that's about it. I didn't know about any other type of, involvement that Eric Sermon would have. And I was blown away once I, sat down to listen to it. And I said it on previous podcasts before, like sometimes I will listen to an album, particularly the first time I listened to it, especially back then, and I might not like it. Like it'll take a while, take a couple of spins before I kind of warm up to the songs. Like I just remember liking this instantly. Like, oh shit, I got to go back to that. Oh, what was that track? Like it was crazy, man. And this one stayed in my rotation forever. It stayed in my rotation forever. As far as the production, obviously Eric Sermon, crushed it. Looking back on it now, is it as good sonically? Let me take that. Do you enjoy it sonically as much as you did back then?
That was a question.
Yeah.
More. I enjoyed more now than I did when it came out. I guess back then, so I've never been a huge beat guy. My entire life of hip hop, I've been a words guy. People that I enjoy could release a cappella album and I'd enjoy it. Or they use the same beat throughout the album. So a lot of the things though done on this album was new. And back then you're listening and I'm listening to what he's saying and I enjoy the tracks. I enjoy the scratch and DJ Scratch did some shit on there. And I enjoy the funk samples, but that's just the backdrop. And so now when I'm listening, if I'll catch a different part of a sample, or I catch something that's like, all right, that's really dope. I remember really liking this song, and now I hear that, and unfortunately and unfairly, I compare it to some of the stuff out here coming out now. Like,
yeah, that's not fair.
like, geez, that's you know.
I mean, it is so vastly different than the music of today. But the key word that you just mentioned that I want to touch on is funk. I mean, like, this is a funky ass album from start to finish, and I think, much like you, like I've always been about words. So even now, when people talk about, oh man, did you hear such and such album? And the first thing they start talking about is the production. That kind of tunes me out because like I listen for the words, and then like after a couple of listens, I'll hear the music. I don't necessarily hear the music when, especially when I'm listening to it for the first couple of spins. But this album right here, man, it was just it was so funky. Like you couldn't even bypass that part of the music and the structure of the songs. But his wordplay was crazy.
I mean, if you could just go through the album, he has Isaac Hayes, Mary Jane Girl samples, George Clinton samples, five stair steps. There's some Bill Withers on there, Macio's on there. You got obviously Rising to the Top, Kenny Burke is on there. Jam for You has if you listen to it and you can tell it has Square Biz sampled in there by Tina Marie. There's a lot of P Funk is in it.
A lot of P Funk.
Flashlight, Parliament, Zap. So it's very funky. He got a Kraftwerk sample. So yeah.
Yeah, and that's the thing that always impressed upon me about this album. Eric Sermon, he's probably taken, let's just use Parliament for example. He's probably taken every song that they've made, and he's managed to put it in so many different songs, not just on his albums, EPMD albums, and obviously Redman album. But like, I'm amazed at how he's able to take some of these bits and pieces of these songs, like you said, supreme funk samples. And that's one of the standout things about this album, obviously, is the production. But, don't get it twisted. Like you mentioned earlier, man, Redman is saying stuff at this particular time in 1992 that we hadn't heard before. And the wordplay and, the wittiness and just funny. Like he had some like just funny, and then he's got skits on here. This album, I'll be honest, I had not... Because I obviously when we get ready to do these reviews, I always make sure that I go back and listen to the album. And it's not that I haven't heard this album. I've heard this album a gazillion times. But I had not listened to this album in its entirety. I mean, like there's songs that I, appear on playlists and stuff like that I have. But I had not listened to this album in its entirety probably in about a year. And so a couple of weeks ago when I started, going back and I was listening, I knew this album review was coming up. I was like, okay, so let me start listening to this album. Man, I forgot how much I love this album. I mean, like start to finish. Like for me, there's no skips. And we'll get into what we rank the albums a little later. But it kind of hit me after the first time that I heard it in its entirety in over a year. I was like, damn, I forgot how much I love this album. And there's certain songs that take me back to certain moments at South Carolina State University. And this is an incredible, and this is his first album. This is his first album. Reggie Noble, Redman, could we call him a relative unknown at the time that the album came out?
No.
You wouldn't call him a relative? Because I knew he was down with them, but I didn't know him like that. No. I don't even know if I'd heard something from him.
You heard hardcore.
I forgot hardcore. You know what, man? The time kind of runs together. So I forgot hardcore came out before. Okay, you're right. So no, I did. But it still was like, he wasn't as known as, he obviously is after the album drops. But no, you're right. Hardcore was out. I take that back. So I did know about him. Obviously, that's one of the reasons why I got the album. But man, I just, like I said, man, it's amazing. I really, really love this album. And I remember like I said, just going back and listening to it, and it just reminded me of so many times back in 1992. The singles that were released, "Blow Your Mind," which was released August 25th, 1992, so it came out shortly before the album, and that had a video.
Not only you also heard Headbanger before what the album came out.
Headbanger was, man, my timeline my head is messed up. Headbanger was out. I thought Headbanger was 93.
Hardcore was on Business as Usual, which came out in 1990.
Okay.
And then Headbanger was on Business Never Personal, which came out in 92, but that came out in the summer.
Okay. See?
And I think what the album came out in like the fall.
Yeah, September.
Yeah, so yeah.
Okay.
So you heard Hardcore 2 years prior. Then you saw him you saw the video for Headbanger.
Headbanger,
you heard him
right.
on Headbanger. So I wouldn't say a relative unknown, no.
Okay. Well, see, that's why I got you on here. You remind me of shit that I forgot. So,
yeah.
Then Time for Some Action, which was released January 12th, 1993, and Tonight's the Night, which was released May 4th, 1993. Those are the three singles that were released. This album, critically acclaimed. Not that we care about how many records were sold, but this album eventually went gold and sold, like, I think total of like 600, almost 700,000 physical copies, folks. This is where you had to, as I mentioned earlier, go into the store and purchase it. You didn't just, roll out of bed and touch your phone and download songs. But it was critically acclaimed, highly praised. This was a stellar moment for Redman. So let's get into the tracks, man. The album starts off track 1, the Psycho Ward, where we get introduced to Dr. Travis, man. What were your thoughts on Psycho Ward?
Well, at the time, it was like, oh, this guy is crazy, but let's see where this goes.
Mm-hmm.
Because, at this time, we don't know that it's going to be a reoccurring thing. We don't know anything about anything. It's the first track, the first thing you hear. So it's like, okay, well, let me let this play out.
Yes. Then track 2, we get to single that I just mentioned, Time for Some Action. Man, oh my gosh, I love this joint. What were your thoughts on Time for Some Action?
Time for Some Action was dope. One, they used the How I Could Just Kill a Man joint. It just came out like a year before. So that was dope. The beat was crazy. It had the Zap sample. It had the Mama Said Knock You Out sample in it. Had Top Billin', had Thriller. I mean, this joint was crazy. And the lyrics. Time for Some Action is incredible. Tyson used it for his entrance.
Yes, he did. He did.
He used it for entrance. That song did a lot of work. I mean, I'm a huge fan of Time for Some Action.
Same here, man.
He didn't even spell it right.
Nope. Time for Some Action. Then we get to track 3, The Funk, and it's aptly titled because oh my gosh, this beat is crazy. What did you think about The Funk?
The funk. So Time for Some Action got you hype,
mm-hmm.
and you were figuring out what was going on, but the funk kind of set you up for what this album was going to be about. He got a little bit of talking in the front, him talking to himself.
Yes.
Make My Funk the P-Funk joint is crazy. And it's not a long song.
Mm-mm. It's only 2 minutes, 18 seconds. Not long at all.
But he got busy on that joint.
Yeah, he did. He really did. Then we
Mac
get to
20, if I didn't subtract 10.
then we get to track 4, which is an interlude, news break. And I like this, even though it's only 38 seconds, but it, gives you a clip of, talking about the LA riots. And it's not, it's not even really something that's political, but I like the way he just kind of threw that in there. I don't know if that was on him or well, he actually he's listed as the producer for it, but I don't know whose idea that was, but it was, I thought that was cool. I thought that was real cool.
I did not.
You didn't like that?
No. See, all right. Here's the thing about this album.
Okay.
So we at track 4, and I'm not like you. I'm not affluent. I don't come from means. I don't have a lot of money. When I had this, I had a cassette tape. I didn't hop in a whip and go get a CD.
I was a broke college student.
Listen, you had a CD. So I had the cassette. So I didn't have a track 4. I had whatever came on next. I had a rewind and a fast forward button. Okay. So my thing is this. I'm 4 songs in, and I already got 2 skits.
Yep.
Nah, man. Give me, not only am I 4 songs in, I got 2 skits. One of the songs was only like a minute and a half worth of rapping. So, I need content. So spoiler alert. I own this album. I have it in my my Apple Music library. In my Apple Music library proper, I only have the songs. I don't have a single skit.
No,
I don't have a single skit because for me, talking about me, those 2 that we just said are skits. I don't want to hear that. In Los Angeles, I do say that. Anytime someone says in Los Angeles, I do say in Los Angeles. I 100% always say that. But no, I didn't. If that never existed, it would not have made me feel any kind of way. And when I'm talking about skits, and we're not right now, it needs to bring something to that. Like if it didn't exist, if you never put on there, I wouldn't have been like, man, it would have been nice if he had put something right there to break something up or something. It wasn't even like, oh, that was funny. It was just nothing.
Hey, it was in Los Angeles.
I didn't need that.
I feel you. I feel you. I don't feel the same way, but I understand what you're saying. I understand what you're saying. Now, track 5 is, at least for me, where I think things really kind of, like you said, Time for Some Action got you hyped. The funk was banging. For me, So Rough featuring DJ Scratch. I think that's when the album, at least for me, changed. Like it started taking it to the next level. I love this joint. I love how he starts with the Parliament Funkadelic sample, to start the song. What did you think about So Rough?
This joint was super Eric Sermon. Yes. This was this is when he gets a hold of a dance floor. It's just ridiculous. The obviously DJ Scratch is gonna be DJ Scratch, but this joint, when he gets when Eric gets dance floor, he had Flashlight and more bounce to the ounce on that song. And this Redman, because you got the HIV. Because Eric already had his drawers down.
Oh man. Like you said, I mean, who says that in a song? He hit it first, and before he could warn Eric, he already had his pants down. Yeah, man, I love that joint, man. I love, like I said, for me, I think that's when the album started really. I mean, not that it was off to a bad start, but it was really taking off at that point. Then we get to track 6, Rated R. You got the Atomic Dog sample. He's scratching in. Rakim and Ice Cube. Man, I love this joint. This is one of my favorites on the album. What did you think about?
Really?
Yeah. I this was the first when I was playing it the first couple of times. This is the first song that I started. You know how you find a song, you say, okay, let me keep going back to that song. I kept going back to Rated R.
Okay.
What'd you think about it?
I love the song just for the title Rated R and Redman. Back then when you had like clever titles.
Mm-hmm.
His mother hit him with a left, then another left. He used the Easy E joint.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck a drive by. I walk by and I spray shit, and the devil dropped him a level.
Yes.
Yes. The song
is
super dope.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
So shouts to the twins and the Pack Pistol Posse.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Shout out to them. Then we get to track 7. Watch Your Nuggets.
Wait a minute, before you go back to Watch Your Nuggets,
go ahead.
On Rated R, he fought all of the horror characters.
He did. He fought Chucky. He fought, what was it?
Snapped the neck of Michael Myers because it was August and he was talking some trick or treat shit. And Jason's soul rocks up the block. And so I just wanted to mention that.
Oh yeah, I'm glad you did, man. Because that again, clever wordplay, funny. You know, it, like he said at the beginning, you weren't really getting a lot of this on a hip hop album. I mean, maybe a song, maybe, but not at this particular time. Again, this was something that was new. This is something that was refreshing, and it was on top of these funky ass beats. You know, so that's what made it even more special. Then we get to track 7. Watch Your Nuggets featuring Eric Sermon and Charlie Murata. Listen, my friend over here is a huge EPMD fan. I am a huge EPMD fan, but I'm not as big a fan as this guy over here. But by this time, I'm loving the fact that we get a chance to hear Eric Sermon rhyming with Redman. That part right there really did it for me. So I'm 7 tracks in and I'm like, oh my gosh, this shit is incredible. What do you think about Watch Your Nuggets?
Iconic song. We got our first hey.
Yes.
We got hey man. Yeah. And, shout outs to Temptations by Tupac.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
When they got Temptations by Tupac without that.
Nope.
So I mean, it's probably my favorite Atomic Dog sample.
How many times has he sampled Atomic Dog? Oh my
God. And then, also to help you with your timeline, this song he scratched in Rampage. The Slow Down Baby.
Yes, he did.
It came after. This album clearly came after that.
Mm-hmm.
that album. But this song is crazy.
Yeah, I love it, man. I love it. And like you said, Eric Sermon was, I'm not going to say he was slept on, but I don't think like he got the recognition nationally that he should have gotten, particularly for his production on this particular album, because it is crazy. And again, it's not that the production was the single focus of what you were listening to, because again, like me and E said, we listen to the words. So Redman is killing it. He's killing it with these bars. And this is all over some funky ass beats, man. So that makes it even better for the listener. And, I wish, I'm not going to say I wish that we had music like that, because we'll never have music like that again. Here we get to track 8, Psycho Dub, which is more of an interlude.
Another thing that was unneeded.
Well, you know what? Looking back on it now, like you mentioned a little earlier, I can see how and why they did it, because he used a lot of this, going into the next. And I don't know that he necessarily did it like that for the next album, There Is a Dark Side. But, I didn't mind. But, like you said, I had the CD. So, so I didn't have to sit there and listen to it if I didn't want to.
Exactly.
The next track, Jam for You.
Dun, 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 dun.
Come on, man. I just want to jam for you. Come on, man. Oh man, what'd you think about Jam for You?
Jam for You is crazy. The scratching of Tina Marie on the
Yes.
Square Biz. Everybody get up.
Everybody get up.
That joint. And the beat, the tracks on these are what everybody would want to freestyle over.
Yes. Easily. Or attempt to freestyle over.
And he gave us the freeze now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This song's crazy.
Yeah, I love it. Then we get the track 10, the aforementioned Blow Your Mind, which, like I mentioned a little earlier, was a single. Man, we're 10 tracks in, minus the skits, and this one right here was like, come on, man. Like, what are we doing? This is Redman. This is vintage Redman. I'm by this time, my head is like exploding because I'm not stopping this album at any point other than just to hit the rewind. What do you think about Blow Your Mind?
One, see, this is what EPMD, Eric Sermon, and I guess you can roll Redman into this. They changed the sample game.
Yes.
This song samples Outstanding by the Cat Band.
Yes.
Nobody did that.
Nobody
did that. And you mix that with Payback by James Brown. But that Outstanding, and the fact that he did that, and then on the remix, even this also shout-outs to people like me, not Kyle. Because this song, he says, press rewind if I haven't blown your mind. Kyle had a CD. He didn't say click back to the track.
Yeah, man.
So
you had to press rewind.
Kids, rewind was a thing that you had to do if you wanted to hear.
It definitely was a thing.
It was one thing. But besides this, and watch me freaking in Korean.
And he starts speaking Korean.
And I remember, so he has two different versions. So the first version, he tries to, and then he just forgets it. He messes it up. He forgets it. On the remix, he kills it.
Yes,
he nails it. He said that one of the girls in the office of Def Jam taught him how to say it.
Oh wow!
Yeah, she was Korean, so it's like real stuff that he's actually saying.
Wow!
But this song, I don't know, and I'm going to ask you. I'm not even going to wait till we're done with this.
Go ahead.
Blow Your Mind or Time for Some Action?
Damn.
The spectacular, blackula, bus host like Dracula, load on course, more ledger than Acura.
I'm going to say Blow Your Mind. But that's tough, though, because Time for Some Action was... and I think I may have told you this off air, but this, if I did, it was years ago. There is a hard drive, and on the hard drive, it is a sample of where my boy Jay Fresh sampled the part where he said "straight out of Jersey," and there was a song that me and Jay Fresh were trying to make a song, and I am actually rapping like 4 bars on the song, and that's as far as we got, and that's as far as my rap career went. I don't know where that hard drive is, and if it should ever surface somewhere, I will choke the life out of Jay Fresh. But yeah, man, I Blow Your Mind was my shit, man. That was my shit. So yeah, that was my that little part was my foray into rapping, and we were just fucking around one night, just messing around. He had a keyboard sampler, and he had a beat. We were trying to make a hit. Well, yeah, if that song shows up somewhere, I'm gonna kill him. It shouldn't, but I digress. Okay, so what do you say? Blow your mind or time for some action? It ain't easy, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I would say time for action because I get two different. I don't know. They're one B and one B for me as far as my favorite songs on this album.
Okay. Wow.
They're not my favorite song, but
Okay.
they're second.
Okay. Then we get to track 11, Hardcore.
To make their brothers act fools.
Come on, man. Come on. So, okay. Tell me this, and I know only you would know. And I hate to keep talking about the production, but this beat is just like in my head. Did we hear this beat before?
Well,
this song came out
before the song was on the EPMD.
Okay.
Business as Usual.
Okay.
So this is just his verse.
His verse.
This is just his verse from that, and this is sampled. Of course, shouts to Ohio, the Ohio Players, Pride and Vanity.
Okay,
and,
look at you.
I'm gonna know my Ohio Players.
Of course, Gem City.
Come on. And so yeah, you had that, and another thing that EPMD is so dope for doing, they sampled themselves. So they sampled Strictly Snapping Necks from Unfinished Business. So,
yes, indeed.
So that's the hardcore to make the brothers act fools, and then I think it's a Curtis Mayfield or something in there too. But yeah, so this is just his verse off of Hardcore, from Unfinished Business.
Because I'm like, man, I know and I'm glad. And again, you're helping me with my timeline because for some reason in my mind, all of this stuff kind of runs together. And folks, I don't want y'all to think like I'm crazy or something like that. But it's like, in 1992, we didn't have a whole bunch of technology, so like it's hard to kind of chronologically put everything into place sometimes. And in my mind, this album came out at the same time with, rest of the EPMD stuff. So, okay. So before I move to the next song, I got a question. Maybe you can answer this. Maybe you can't. Do we know why Parrish Smith isn't on the album?
I assumed
that
he was working with Das Effects. So this is the thing. When all these people came out, PMD worked with Das Effects and really K Solo, and Eric was mentoring Redman. Redman stayed with Eric Sermon when they were doing this album. It's like slept on his floor and shit. So but even though Redman was Das Effects DJ when they would perform live. But anyway, so I am going to assume he was doing his Das Effects thing, and Eric was doing this because if you notice, PMD is on Das Effects albums. Eric Sermon is not.
Is not, right.
You see what I'm saying? So it was just mentoring it. Before the split, they were about to take over because they had their hands in like all the top rap acts, So I don't know for certain, but I'm going to assume that's what was going on.
I think that's a pretty safe assumption. I really do, and that makes sense because, like you said, when you said that he wasn't on this album, when you said Das Effects, I immediately thought, I was like, okay, well, and it started running through my head. I'm like, damn, was E-Double on Das Effects album? I'm like, no, he wasn't. So no, that makes total sense. I'm rolling with that explanation. And again, folks, other than him being my boy, this is why he's on here because he can answer shit like that. Because I'm probably not asking anybody else that question.
Because you got to think about it. What month did Whut Thee Album come out?
September.
Okay, because Dead Serious came out in April of the same year.
Yep.
So they had to be working on it, around the same time.
At the same time, right.
Yeah. So.
And folks, one thing you have to keep in mind is that they and we're assuming that they probably working on these two albums at the same time. They may or may not have been in the same city, but it's not a situation where you had the technology where you could, mail something in or email something in. You literally had to be in the studio. So no, that's a great explanation. I'm rolling with that. Then we get the track 12, interlude, Funky Uncles. At least from what I can remember, my first introduction to Uncle Quilly. And Uncle Quilly had some choice words for Hammer.
Oh yeah, that's what got Redman in trouble.
Did you like this skit? I loved it.
I mean, when it came out, it was funny.
Yeah.
But then here's my thing with hip hop skits. Spoiler alert for a future show that you guys are gonna hear.
Mm-hmm.
Once you hear the skit once, there's very few skits that you need to hear again, unless you are showing it or playing it for somebody because they never heard it. Other than that, it's so when this first came out, very funny. Got him in trouble with Hammer.
Mm-hmm.
In which so Uncle Quilly at the end was like, Hammer time, Quilly time. He ain't shit. Mama ain't shit.
You ain't shit.
And so did you know, Kyle, that Hammer clapped back on Wax?
That I did not know. I heard Redman's version on YouTube about the trouble that he ended up getting approached by Hammer and his.
Oh, no, we're not talking about that.
No, I didn't know Hammer. I didn't know Hammer. I didn't know he clapped back on what song.
Well, and of course I know.
Oh,
so
yeah, you got all Hammer's albums.
Listen, Son of the King was a dope song.
You're not gonna come in with that Son of the King shit, man.
Son of the King, bring 'em. Let's get it started. What's the shit? Here come the news.
The
Pump it up.
What about Funky Headhunter?
Funky, no.
Pumps in a bump.
No. But
Hammer's out there with speed.
Hammer has some joints.
Shout out 357.
Turn his mother out.
Yes.
He has some joints, but anyway, in '94, Hammer made a song, and you're gonna remember when I tell you the name of the song. You're just not gonna remember shit. But he made a song on the Funky Headhunter called "It's All Good."
Yes.
See?
I remember that.
Of course you did.
It's all
and
good.
Look, listen, everybody was just shitting on him a couple of seconds ago. Y'all ready for this? See? So you see, he was shitting on you. Shitting on.
I love Hammer.
On the Hammer on Kirk. So on that song, first he dissed Black Sheep.
Okay.
He said, Black Sheep, you're weak. No, Black Sheep, you're weak, you're meek, you're trying to grow feet. Listen, I don't. But then
yeah, that sounds like a cold diss to me.
Listen, I didn't write for it.
Clearly.
But then he said, talking about my mama's where I draw the line red. Dancing with the corners of your dome, I'ma blow your mind. And then he said, he said some shit.
Okay. Yeah. I don't think I got past learning the chorus of that song.
Yeah, it's like something like, I don't feel like I'm a gangster, so you claim that I'm a sellout. When we meet up on the street, then we'll see who bail out. And it's all good.
Hey, man. Y'all can't sleep on Hammer, man. Hammer's.
Oh, no, don't you get out of here.
We need to have a Hammer appreciation podcast.
I appreciate Hammer.
I appreciate Hammer too. All right, man. Trust me, I don't want no smoke with Hammer. Hammer good with me. I did actually purchase the Please Hammer Don't Hurt Him cassette, along with everybody else. And anybody else that came through that era that said that they didn't have that tape was a damn liar. Because if you listen to rap, you had it.
My mother had it. I didn't.
Okay, it was in your house. But yeah, good.
I got him in trouble.
Yeah, good story right there with Hammer. So then we get to track 13. Redman meets Reggie Noble. This guy actually uses his government name, and he is rapping against himself. Man, listen, I love this joint, man. What did you think about this?
Well, this is dope because one, this is back when, really, no bullshit, very few rappers use it. When, listen, it's gonna sound like that I'm a shill and they're paying me, but they're not. But when EPMD came out, they were just like, yo, my name's Eric Sermon. Mm-hmm. Like, so so you, all right,
real name.
Okay, I mean first and last too. Just
yeah.
All right. People didn't do that. Almost, I can't even think of who did that.
No, because I didn't know Run was Joseph Simmons. I didn't know that until like 10 years ago.
And his middle name's Ward.
Yeah.
So when he dropped this, we was like, well, damn. If you read the back of the cassette cover, you're like, oh shit. Well, who's Reggie Noble? Who's he about to meet? I can't wait to listen to this song. Yep. And then you realize it's him. And ladies and gentlemen, this is way before Biggie stuck up people with himself.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people were like, oh no, Biggie was the first to. No, he wasn't.
No, he wasn't. Trust me, he was influenced by somebody.
Yeah, like they said, I got a story to tell. Biggie was the first to do a story, and then at the end, recap the story to his boys. He wasn't. The first person to do that was Dana Dane on Delancey Street.
They don't write anything.
But anywho, this on top of us just finally meeting Reggie Noble, we meet him because he points out that Redman has some pussy on his face, on his mouth.
Yes, on his mouth.
From jail. So my top lip, don't crack jokes or pop shit, just get enough of my top lip, or Reggie, you get drop kicked.
Yes.
So it was crazy.
Yes. Yeah, man, I love that joint. And ironically, it's produced by Reggie Noble. Then we get to track 14, which, spoiler alert, folks, is my favorite song on the album.
Hey, mine too.
Hey, yeah, I knew you were going to say that.
It's also my favorite Redman song, period.
Is it my favorite? You know what? It might be. It just might be. Off the top, yeah, I'm thinking, yes, it probably is. Tonight's the night, man. Man, what can I say? This joint, oh my gosh. This was the one that I just, it stayed on repeat. I didn't know who Hurricane G was, but she told him to get off that punk smooth shit. But man, I absolutely love this song. This I think is vintage Redman again. Personally, because I was so invested in this album, I would have liked to have seen this song blow up like everybody else was blowing up in hip hop at the time. And it was, it did well because again, it went gold. And I mean, if you go gold in 1992 and you're not, on MTV, in shiny suits or whatever like that, or hammer pants, I think that's a good thing, So, what do you think about tonight's The Night?
Again, favorite Redman song, favorite song on this album. The way that he was rapping, and then the Hurricane G told him to cool out. Then he started rapping, but a couple of things. Mm-hmm. Tonight's the night, and me and my niggas ain't playing. That I love what was this shit? I do what type of evil that men do, like cursing up a window at a bitch and her friend too. And then the bump makes your speakers pop.
Mm-hmm.
But my favorite thing, well, besides, all right, my other favorite thing is in the hook. They're just snapping on each other in the background.
Yes, they really are.
So that alone, like no one ever did anything like that.
No, not even close. Close.
You nasty African Mr. Bojangles, turn up shoes having ass. But
oh man,
even though it's trivial, but my favorite shit is like when I heard it, I was just like, this is incredible. Mm-hmm. But niggas fucked up by letting me make an album to get on the mic and let my fucking style run. And then all night, I was like, this is incredible.
Yes. Shout out to the Mary Jane girls.
He rhymed the album with style. I don't know. And then at the end, he wants to keep rapping. They tell him, nah, man, the record's over.
It's over, man. We're rapping. Oh, man. Then we get track 15, Blow Your Mind remix.
Yeah, where he actually gets the Korean off.
Mm-hmm. So that was a thing. Then we get to track 16, I'm a Bad. Word to the mother. What'd you think about that one, man? I love this joint.
He gets mad, wicked fuck around. The best shit. Come on, shake it. What's up, Dow? What's up, Dow? Wait a minute, what the
fuck?
That
is hilarious. That is hilarious.
And the reason why it's so funny to me is because by this time I'm listening to this where everybody is somebody.
Oh, this guy.
Grambling State University. And so I'm down in Louisiana where every Southern, they call each other dog.
Yeah, dog. You the dog.
No, but it was dog.
Well, it might have been dog down in Louisiana. South Carolina State, our school mascot is the Bulldog, so we call each other dog. So yeah.
Oh, well, this is for all you punk pussy to show you I can do whatever the fuck I want to do. Check this out. Shake it. Come on, shake it. Come on, shake it. What's up, Dow? What's up, Dow? For no reason. In the middle of the song. And he just goes back to regular rapping.
Yes. I love it. The first time that I heard it, I was like, man, what the fuck? And I was like, oh, this shit is funny. And so like you said earlier, like some of the stuff when you hear skits and stuff, maybe they're not as funny, the 50 millionth time that you've heard it, but like I don't mind it. But that part right there, I'm laughing every time.
Yeah,
and I'm singing and rapping
part of the song, so I'm down.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. So then we get to track 17, which is an interlude, Cessed One Night. That's only 49 seconds. That was okay. I could, I probably could have done it. It's not
no, but the main source in the back, looking out the front door.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yes, indeed.
I remember that.
Yes, indeed.
But yeah, I need it.
And the reason why it's probably there is because it's the perfect lead into the next song, which is my second favorite song on the album, track 18, How to Roll a Blunt. Now, I will admit to y'all, as somebody who has never smoked marijuana before, I don't even know. I can't even really explain why I love Redman so much, but like I feel like he taught me how to roll a blunt, and I've never rolled a blunt in my life, and I'll probably never roll a blunt. But if I ever do, all I gotta do is do what Redman said, and we're straight. Oh man, what did you think about this one?
Super dope use of Rising to the Top.
Yes,
on the sample. They sampled NWA, Automobile on there. what I the memory I have about this is just a very vivid memory. Is and let me see. Let me make sure I get this right. Drew Hall. I'm a Drew Hall baller. Room 407. Room 407.
This guy.
That was it. Drew Hall. Grandma. My next door neighbor. The dude that lived in 406. He was from Jersey, and multiple times a day, he'd get ready to smoke one up.
Mm-hmm.
Every single time he played this song. And so when you heard that song, you knew he was rolling up and about to smoke. And I'm right next door. So it's just, I'm chilling, playing. Fuck, what I got at this time? A Genesis?
Yeah. You got the Genesis right now.
I'm sitting up, mad. Oh shit! He about to spark one, and he come over and we play. I don't smoke, but everybody I know smoke. So we just sit up, and then we kick it. He leave, other people leave. About an hour later, all right, man. So yeah. Shouts to women not wanting to break their Lee nails.
Lee nails. Yeah, man. It's a feel good song, man. It's a song that
I paid $10 for the Get Ill. Back when I had a dime bag. I paid $10 for the Get Ill.
Yep. A dime bag was a good time back then. And I mean, I didn't smoke weed, but I ain't gonna say all. Quite a few of my teammates did. So I was normally around them or in the room when they were smoking. And I mean, I never buzzed off contact or nothing like that. I just being around them and they, playing that song, man, it brings back so many memories. Like I said, this album always takes me back to the dorm at Bethea Hall at South Carolina State University. Next track 19, damn. Super Lover Interview, which is the lead in to track 20, A Day of Superman Lover. Now, my friend over here is, if you've been following, and you should be following and listening to his podcast, he's doing the top 50 story rhymes of all time. At the time of this recording, I'm not sure what number he's at, but
17.
Okay. Correct me if I'm wrong, this has not appeared on your list, correct?
It has not.
Okay.
And technically it's there, but technically it's not.
Okay. Because I'd be surprised if it doesn't make your list.
It does, but it doesn't.
Okay. Gotcha.
And it will all be explained once we get to where we're going.
Okay. So be on the lookout for that. But man, this takes me back, man. If for no other reason, it reminded me, and like I said, when I started, going back and listening to this album, it just reminded me of, one, how dope Redman is as far as a lyricist and a storyteller, but just telling a story, having a beginning, a middle, and an end, and having some humor in it. I mean, we don't, and it's hard for me to compartmentalize and not talk about how music is now, but nobody's doing anything like this. And this was 30 years ago. And it just, I don't know, maybe it's just me being nostalgic. I'd like to see people rap like this, because to me, that's entertaining. Because we know Redman can spit. We know he can give you bars, but he can keep you entertained, for 3 minutes and 50 seconds, which is what this song is. I could go on and on about this particular song, man. What did you think about A Day of Superman Lover?
This is crazy. Again, going back to what I said before about EPMD and Eric Sermon, and in some instances Redman don't get credit. The Johnny Guitar Walker sample, Superman Lover, that's been used and what's the 411 remix, and Afro Puffs by Lady of Rage. It's used in Predator. It's used in Nod Factor. Ghostface did just rapped over the whole top of it in Super GFK. I remember, yeah, a lot of people, but this 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 was like really the first time somebody used it like this in hip hop. Now, before I will say that "You Wish You Could" by Special Ed used the track too. I don't know why I remember all this stuff, but
You got me because I don't remember that.
"You Wish You Could," and it was in the background of Mr. Hood on KMD in '91, but. 92. This is when they killed it. He's saving the kid in the tree is wishing he was watching Fritz on Channel 6 and relaxing, feet cocked up just a little with a hot cocktail and a bowl of tender vittles. But the thing that, and I'm thinking about the list and why I included, but I didn't include it. But the dopest thing about the Superman Lover and the Superman Lovers that came behind it is some things that really didn't happen in music back then. The different beat break.
Yeah.
So you listen to the whole song, you jam into the Johnny Guitar Walker, and then it breaks.
Yes.
And then you get a whole another. You get the Payback by James Brown.
Yep.
You get the Payback, and it's just crazy how they did that.
Yeah, man, a beat change in the middle of the song, and the dope thing about this song, man, Superman Lover becomes, and again, this is on his debut album. It becomes a track on, I want to say, damn near every album since then. You know, kind of like how EPMD did with Jane. So he had he was going to throw that particular story rhyme in there every album, and I love it.
He had a Superman Lover all the way up until I want to say, did he have? I think the last one, because Superman Lover 5 was on Malpractice.
Okay.
So what we're saying is he had 6 was on Red Gone Wild. I'm going through these in my head, so you got to bear with me. 6 was on Red Gone Wild. Then what came on after that? I think Reggie is the album came. I think that's where it stopped.
Okay.
I think he had one. Yeah, he had. I think he went up to 6. Yeah.
But still, that's still impressive. That's still impressive that you would do that, and the stories got, and if you're familiar with Redman, the stories got more and more entertaining, and controversial if you want. As they went forward further.
This is 92 when this joint came out. Superman Lover 6 was on the 2007 album. Yeah.
Look at that. I mean, that just speaks to, his level of artistry and just being dope, man. I mean, again, crazy. Then we get to track 21, which is Encore, which is more of a musical interlude that takes us out all around the world for the funk. This album, yeah, I know. It ain't over, motherfucker. This album is 51 minutes and 42 seconds. I mean, in case you haven't figured it out by now, we both love this album. This album, again, 30 years old. It's mind-boggling to believe. I mean, for me to believe that it's 30 years old, and it still sounds, at least to me, it still sounds as fresh and as funky and as raw as it did in 1992. If you were giving it a mic, we got the old mic, the old Source mic system. How many mics would you give this album then? How many mics would you give this album now?
Then 5.
Okay.
Now 4.5. If this didn't have skits on it, 5.
That's fair. You know what? That's
There's
fair.
no song that features lyrics
Mm-hmm.
on this
That you
album
skip.
that is bad.
Mm-hmm.
That
I
is
agree.
even just all right. So if it didn't have the skits, I'd say this was a flawless album. But it has skits, and you cannot have a flawless album with skits. Spoiler alert, spoiler alert, spoiler alert.
Yeah, man. And this actually got 4.5 mics out of the source when it came out. And, to be honest, a lot of people thought it should have been 5.
Me included. When it came out, 5.
Yeah. Then, damn, it ain't over, motherfucker. Then I probably give it 4.5. Then, man, I'll give it 4.5 now. But it's close. I mean, to the point where I think if you said no, it's a 5 mic album, I'm not arguing with anybody that says it's a 5 mic album. I will argue with you if you say it's a 4 mic album, because I don't think that is.
Never mind all of that.
Mm-hmm.
Here's my question.
Mm-hmm.
Is it a classic?
Damn.
A timeless classic.
Shout out to my boy B Cox from the Vault Classic
not from
Music
the
Review
Bears
podcast. not B Cox from the Bears. But on his podcast, they talk about, albums being classics, timeless classics, and a classic in its time. I think it's probably more of a classic in its time than it is an all-time classic, because if it's an all-time classic, then I have to kind of figure out where I'm putting it with, Paid in Full and Illmatic and, all of those other albums. But it's right there, E. I'm not going to lie to you. It is literally right there. And I'm not just saying it because I love the album and I love Redman. I'm saying it because this album has not aged whatsoever. It is, to your point that you mentioned a little earlier, it's an album that I could listen to Redman rap a cappella, or I could listen to the instrumental and be good. It's just that dope. Lyrically and production wise, it's just that dope. So I'd say it's a classic in its time. It's not an all-time classic. If you said it was an all-time classic, you get no argument from me. What do you say?
I'm leaning towards timeless.
Okay.
If it didn't have skits, it'd be a slam dunk.
Right.
Maybe a part of this is because, again, the version that I have doesn't have the skits.
Right.
And I listen to this album a lot. The thing is, this album, listening to it, without skits, is a more enjoyable listen than Illmatic. I didn't get on here on Hong Kong Fui's internet to say that Whut Thee Album is better than Illmatic.
Right. You said more enjoyable.
It's a more enjoyable. I'm gonna listen to it. I'm gonna want to dance. I'm gonna laugh.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bob my head. I'm gonna want to rewind.
Yep. You're gonna quote some quotables.
And I don't have that. I don't have that same experience with Illmatic. So that's why I say it's a more enjoyable listen.
Okay.
It's like Godfather is a better movie, but Boomerang and House Party might be a more fun watch.
Right. Oh, for sure.
At no point am I going to say that they're better than Godfather.
No.
So just so people can understand what I'm going to, but if you having a lot of people over, you might want to throw on the more enjoyable watch.
Right.
If I'm kicking with people, I might throw on this album in lieu of Illmatic because Illmatic is more of a solo. It's for the listener.
Mm-hmm.
And Redman is your drunk uncle that can really rhyme well. This is and so that and because of that, and because of this came out 30 years later, and I still feel like that, I'm gonna call it a timeless. Because there's a lot of joints that came out 30 years ago, I don't feel that same way about.
Right.
And because of that, 30 years later, I just be like, nah. Everybody, I don't care how old you are, I'm gonna throw on Blow Your Mind. I'm gonna turn on Tonight's the Night. I'm gonna turn on Time for Some Action, and we gonna have a ball.
Yeah.
And if depending on you people smoking up, and you throw on How to Roll a Blunt, and you throw on Superman Lover, to me, that makes it a kind of timeless.
Yeah, you know what, you don't have to twist my arm, man. I
30 years later.
Yeah, I mean, I got to go back on my words. Because it's what I just said. Like, it sounds just as good today as it did 30 years ago. Yeah, I can't argue with it being a timeless classic. It is, whoo, and I'm glad. No, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
And in weird ways, it's still relevant. Again, sussed out the people smoking, the weird music that some people are making is similar to "Come On Shake It." Come on, shake it.
What's up, dog? What's up, dog?
So,
that will forever be funny. That will forever be funny. Yeah, I'm rolling with you, man. I think it's definitely that. And I mean, again, it's not just us. I mean, like, critics love this album, and this wasn't a time. It didn't come out in a time where you had a rollout and a whole bunch of hype and stuff around it. He just gave you a raw ass album, and it was cleverly crafted, and the production was incredible. And
I think that's the other thing that makes me a big proponent and back this album is because it didn't have the fanfare or the promotion or the all of the stuff that Illmatic had or that the Chronic had or it just came out.
That's it.
And it was just dope. And as far as 92, now listen, at Eclectic, at Encyclopedia Hip Hop,
hit him up.
That's Twitter and Instagram. Song for Song. We don't count the skits.
Okay.
I defy someone to show me or play me a better 1992 hip hop album.
Yeah, I agree. And I love the Chronic.
Came out. People love the Chronic.
Chronic's got better.
Daily Operation came out. Dead Serious came out. Making the Soul Brother came out.
Yep.
For me, the closest to it is Live and Let Die. But Song for Song.
No, it's not. The Chronic is not. And I love the Chronic. But it's not.
I do not. Don't Sweat the Technique came out.
Business
Never Personal came out. And that's an EP album. And I'm still saying Song for Song.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of Don't Sweat the Technique.
And wait, you shouldn't be because but I don't think that if you get a room of 10 people, I don't think 4 would agree with what I just said.
No. I mean, it was, well, we know what the Chronic was. It was, it was a genre changing album, and it was a very popular album too. I mean, like, that album was all over radio and TV.
And even the press.
Yes, I see what you did there. And I mean, this, I listed off the singles, but I mean, his videos got some airplay, but it wasn't like it was on MTV all day, so it is what it is. But yeah, man, I absolutely love this album. I'm glad that we did this review because now it is not that it ever needed to be out of the rotation. Because like I said, I have songs from this album that are on certain playlists, but being able to go back and listen to this album in its entirety just reminded me of how dope Redman was and still is to this day. And he's still bringing heat. I mean, he's at the time of this recording, he's got another album coming. We don't know when. Hopefully it'll be before the end of this calendar year. But whenever it drops, I mean, come on, man. I'm a professional. But whenever it drops, man, we there. So before we get out of here, man, you said it a little earlier, but tell folks where they can find you, where they can check out the podcast and all of that good stuff.
Encyclopedia Hip Hop is the podcast. Encyclopedia HH is the Twitter and the Instagram. The Eclectic Discussion Podcast is another podcast, and Eclectic Podcast is the Twitter and the Instagram for that. Both podcasts are probably the best podcast that you're going to listen to that you haven't already listened to. But if I'm wrong, send me a message, tell me I'm wrong.
There it is. And you guys know where to find me. The 12 Kyle podcast drops every Thursday at midnight. Catch me on socials at 12 Kyle. That's going to do it for us again. Redman, Whut Thee Album, 30 years old, September 22nd, 1992. That's going to do it for us. So for my man Eclectic, I'm your boy 12 Kyle. We will catch you next time. 5Gs.
If you work in university maintenance, Grainger considers you an MVP because your playbook ensures your arena is always ready for tip-off. And Grainger is your trusted partner, offering the products you need all in one place, from HVAC and plumbing supplies to lighting and more, and all delivered with plenty of time left on the clock, so your team always gets the win. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, visit Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done. If you work in university maintenance, Grainger considers you an MVP because your playbook ensures your arena is always ready for tip-off. And Grainger is your trusted partner, offering the products you need all in one place, from HVAC and plumbing supplies to lighting and more, and all delivered with plenty of time left on the clock, so your team always gets the win. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, visit Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.